Hi guys, and welcome back to the Bakeress. I know I haven't recorded for a while, but I'm here now. I hope you guys have been well. We've been so busy in the bakery that I have had no time to shoot any YouTube videos, but let's go. I'm going to show you the best chocolate cake recipe you'll ever have. I think everyone needs one favorite chocolate cake recipe, and this one's gonna be your recipe. It's got loads of wet ingredients, so it's gonna make it nice and gooey and fudgy and decadent and just yummy. And then I'm gonna show you a nice buttercream frosting to use with it as well. So yeah, let's go. So we've got here 350 grams of plain flour, 75 grams of good quality cocoa powder, 250 grams of castor sugar, 120 grams of soft brown sugar, 1 teaspoon bicarb and half a teaspoon salt, which are both in there. That's all the dry ingredients done. With the wet ingredients, we're going to need 250 ml of cold coffee. This is just 240 ml of water. You boil it with 1 tablespoon of coffee, and then you cool it to cold, because it's cold coffee basically. And we need 210 ml of any vegetable or olive oil or sunflower oil, any oil basically. 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 3 eggs. That's it, we're good to go. So guys, we're going to begin by mixing all the dry ingredients together first. We've got here the plain flour that goes in our bowl, and then the castor sugar, the dark brown sugar, all our cocoa powder, our salt and bicarb. That's all in there. So once that's ready, just put it in your stand mixer. You can do it by hand or a freestanding hand electric mixer thing, but this just makes it so much easier. Please just invest in one of these. If you're not gonna, that's fine, just do it with hand. It'll just take a little bit longer, but once that's done, just give it a quick mix so all the cocoa powder and sugar and everything's mixed together, so it doesn't take too long once we add the wet ingredients. So once that's done, we're gonna add our coffee. Now, you can't taste the coffee in this. This is purely to bring out the chocolate flavor. Coffee makes chocolate flavor more intense, so this is really important, guys. You will not be able to taste the coffee, so don't miss this step, please. Into that, we're going to add our vanilla, our oil, and 3 eggs. Try and use free-range eggs, guys. I cannot wait to have a slice of this. I haven't even had breakfast yet, so chocolate cake for breakfast is going to be perfect. Right, so once we're here, we're going to get a whisk or a fork or whatever you have at hand. Give it a quick mix. And then we're going to turn the mixer on and slowly just add all this wet ingredients to the dry ingredients. Look at that. There we go. Now we're going to end up with such a gooey, beautiful, beautiful batter. Don't worry too much about turning the whisk up. This isn't like your other cakes where you've got to slowly mix in the flour and sugar. This will rise just fine, even if you mix it on fast. Oh my God, look at that, guys. I could just lick that right now. But I won't, I promise I won't. Let's go. So we're going to pour this beautiful batter into the 2 tins I've prepared. These are 8-inch tins, guys, and I've just lined it with parchment paper. I haven't greased it or anything. And then we're going to get a spatula so we don't miss any of this batter. Look at this. Oh, that is nice. That is good stuff. I've preheated the oven to gas mark 4, so the oven should be nice and hot now. That's beautiful. Just even it out. There you go. Yeah, they're ready for the oven. Okay guys, so the cakes have come out of the oven. I've let them cool for a couple of hours. Look at that, it's nice and fudgy and it springs back. It's a beautiful sponge. You know when the cake's done, when you take it out of the oven and you stick a skewer in there, it comes out clean, that means the cake's done. So it takes about 30 minutes or 35 minutes maximum. So let's start putting everything together. We're gonna make the chocolate buttercream now. It's gonna be insanely yummy. Let's begin. So firstly, we're gonna add all the butter into our mixing bowl. So we're gonna whisk the butter until it's really pale and fluffy. The longer you whisk that butter, the more creamy and fluffy and light your buttercream will be. So I know you're in a rush to get this done because you just want to eat chocolate cake, but wait for this. I think that's pretty much done, guys. So once we get to that kind of stage, pale stage, we are just going to give it a bit of a hand mix. What we're going to start doing is adding the icing sugar bit by bit. I don't want to add all the icing sugar in there all at once because your kitchen, it will be like something exploded, and yeah, so just add it bit by bit on slow. Once it's all in there, guys, add your vanilla, and then we're going to add a tablespoon of milk just to kind of loosen it up a bit. And then we're going to put it on fast and whip it up until it's nice and fluffy. So we've got here a good vanilla frosting, vanilla buttercream, but we want to make it into a chocolate buttercream because it's a chocolate cake and I love chocolate buttercream with chocolate cake. So what we're going to do, we're going to add dark chocolate melted into this and watch it become a beautiful chocolate buttercream. So I've melted all the chocolate in there and just mix it all in. There we go. Just going to quickly get all the frosting from the sides so it's well incorporated, so it's nice and smooth for once we start decorating that cake of ours. I can show you. Give it another mix. Right, guys, I think we're there. Look at that. It smells incredible. Honestly, it smells so chocolatey and luxurious. I cannot wait to get that on my chocolate cake. Yum. Right, let's get started. So I've got my turntable here. If you do a lot of cake decorating, guys, it's worth getting a turntable and a palette knife as well. It just makes it so much easier. So we're going to begin by turning our cake upside down, or should I do it right way around? Decisions. I'm going to do it upside down, why not? Yeah. So we've got the straighter edge facing up. Look at that. That's a beautiful sponge. So I'm going to get some buttercream, literally smother it in the middle. Look at that. Now at this stage you can add some fruit on there. Raspberries work really nicely, strawberries, anything you like. This is just basically the base recipe. Whatever you want to do with it, you can do with it. The recipe works really well in making cupcakes as well, so if you fancy making cupcakes instead, you can do that. Basically, it's yours to do whatever you want with it. Now we're going to get the other slice and put it on top. Oh, that looks lovely. Yum. We're going to put the rest of the frosting all on top. I'm not going to cover the sides. I'm going to leave it like a naked cake. Get it all on there. Okay, guys, so we've got all the frosting on the cake now. Just going to cover the top like so. And I don't know, make a nice design out of it. This buttercream is so luxurious, you can basically do anything with it. I'm just going to leave it sort of rustic on this cake. And then I'm going to add some chocolate shavings. Guys, don't laugh. Everything's in bulk in this house because I add all this stuff on your cakes, just on the edge. But you could add anything, chocolate bars or sweets that you like, or leave it plain. It's just a good cake. It doesn't even need much on it. Look at that, guys, we just created that in, like, it took 5 minutes to mix the batter, half an hour to bake, an hour to cool, and 5 minutes to make the frosting. Who says you can't make a good chocolate cake? This is my favorite time. I'm gonna get a plate and cut myself a slice for breakfast. Yum! My favorite part ever. Let's dig in, guys. Beautiful cut. I'm so excited. Yummy. I mean, what's the point cutting a slice if you're not gonna have a generous slice, right? I'm gonna have this middle slice because I love the bit where it's sandwiched together. That is so good. This makes me so happy in life. Sorry, I just have to have another slice. I can't wait till later. That is good. Guys, please make this recipe. I promise you it's the easiest thing ever. It won't go wrong if you follow the steps. I'm going to write all the details at the bottom. Thank you for following. Please share and subscribe. And I will see you next time. Bye.